I've started dreaming again. In my dreams, I feel safe from everything waiting for me when I wake up. I can't remember the last time I had a dream like this. My memory has gotten so bad, it could have been weeks, months, maybe even years since the last one. Although they bring me comfort, I know that I shouldn't be having these dreams. The medical reports say that most patients started having vivid dreams and hallucinations right before the virus entered its final stages. Less than a month later, every single case resulted in death. I think tomorrow is going to be my last birthday. Mother said I should be grateful since most affected individuals would have given to live half as long as I have. 18 years doesn't exactly feel like much of an accomplishment. I was born here aboard the quarantine station 388-SR. This place is devoid of other patients and the staff is fully automated. Lived my whole life without seeing another person like me. Mother says that this station was built to house over 3,000 people, offering round-the-clock hospice care until a cure could be found. This place was supposed to be the sanctuary for those awaiting a brighter future. But everyone else is dead now. I'm all that's left. While I still have time, I keep dreaming about my lake. I don't know how many times I've had this exact dream, but I never get tired of it. Everything about it feels so real. From the warm sun on my skin to the soft sand in between my toes. I could feel a gentle breeze caressing my face and I could hear the rustling of leaves all around me. I open my eyes and I can see it. The only thing in the whole universe I deem worthy of the word perfect. In my dreams, I am standing on the shore of a vast lake. The water is dark and deep, reflecting the golden rays coming from the setting sun peeking just over the distant tree line. I am hypnotized by the noise each crashing wave creates, lost in the chaotic wall of white noise. It drowns out all the awful thoughts that normally buzz around in my brain. There are no claustrophobic rooms, no blinking lights, and no rattling old air filters. In every direction, the world sprawls infinitely, a canvas of hazy colors ablaze in the sun. My dreams, I am free. Eventually, I'm going to have to wake up. I'll go back to biometallic cold that permeates deep into my bones, where it settles into my blood like a poison. Sometimes when I am feeling brave, I pretend that this isn't just a dream. I entertain the idea that this might actually be a memory. It's dangerous to pretend like that, not when it comes to my own memories. My sickness comes with a long list of horrible symptoms. Fatigue, nausea, migraines, anemia, seizures, frequent bruising and bleeding. Worst of all is memory loss. Each day I can feel it getting worse. I can still remember the big things. Important stuff like my name, my birthday, my favorite color. My name is 4th. My birthday is tomorrow, and my favorite color is orange. That stuff is easy. Oh, my favorite color is orange too. What hurts the most is all the little things that I don't realize I'm forgetting. I lay on my bed and struggle to remember what happened a year ago, a month ago. Sometimes even what happened just the day before. Every night it feels like there's a tiny hole in the back of my head and everything that makes me human is dripping out onto the floor. One drop might not seem like the end of the universe, but some nights I swear I can feel the empty, echoing space inside my skull where a person used to be. I don't want the dream to end. I don't want to wake up to another day on this stupid station. I don't want to smile like a good little girl and act like nothing has gone horribly wrong with my family. What do I want? I could always say that I don't want to die, but I know that it isn't an option anymore. The sickness is getting worse. My dreams are proof of that. The one thing I want more than anything else in the universe is to see my lake once more before I lose myself entirely. It doesn't have to be the exact same lake in my dream. I don't even think that lake truly exists. It's just a collection of images I've seen in drawings and photos. But somewhere out there in the vastness of space is a lake. A place where I can let myself fade away and die happy. I'm going to find my lake and I'm going to get off this station. My dream starts to fade and I brace myself for what comes next. First at 3 morning alarms goes off, so I rub the sleep from my eyes and get out of bed. In the dark, I change out of my pajamas and put them down the dirty clothes chute. By the time I come back to my room, my pajamas will be waiting for me, clean and ready to wear again. I open my closet and pull out my only outfit I'm permitted to wear. A large fluffy dress with a button-up blouse and a long flowing shawl to wrap around my arms. No matter how dirty or damaged my outfit gets during the day, it reappears in my closet each morning, clean and fully repaired. I actually started ripping up my dress on purpose to get my hands on any fabric or thread I might need later. It proves very useful for making my own bandages, especially whenever my mother refused to treat my wounds. My hands instinctively go to my right shoulder. Muscle still sore from what happened last time. Injury happened over a week ago, but the pain is still fresh in my mind. I've read the manuals for each of the other caretakers. Directly harming the patient is supposed to be forbidden, but I guess mother doesn't have to listen to those rules anymore. The next step in my morning routine is to take my weight and vitals. I step onto a small metal dais, place my hands on the round metal device. A small beep lets me know the scan is complete. After that, I head to the bathroom. Second alarm goes off, warning me that I only have a few minutes until little brother comes to collect me. The light switches on and I'm able to see my own face in the bathroom mirror. I quickly brush my teeth and wash my face in the sink. I take some time to look into the mirror at the sad, tired stranger who looks back at me. I take a deep breath and practice one of my many fake smiles I'll have to wear today. Good morning, little brother. How are you this morning? I clear my throat and try again, more sincerely this time. Good morning, little brother. How are you this morning? That should be good enough. No matter how I'm feeling inside, my behavior has to remain as polite as possible. This is exhausting. I risk pulling my sleeve to look at the ugly bruise on my shoulder. A good reminder of why I can't let my emotions show again. Mother doesn't like it when the alarm goes off, startling me out of my thoughts. I can already hear little brother calling to me from outside my bedroom door. Oh, fourth, my darling sister. Guess what time it is? Right there, little brother. My voice is already shaky. I know little brother won't hurt me, but it doesn't mean I can't let my guard down around him. I walk to the front door, straighten out my dress. I take in one last deep breath right as the door hisses open. A large blue robot dashes into the room, his spindly arms flailing about to keep his balance. Good morning to my incredible sister, Fourth. It is me, your favorite little brother. Okay. I didn't expect it to be an actual robot, but shoot, that's fine. Good morning, little brother. How are you this morning? I am just peachy now I get to see you, Fourth. Are you ready for another fun-filled day of safe recreational activities? My smile feels a little less forced whenever I talk to little brother. His enthusiasm might feel a little fake, but he doesn't seem to know any other way to act. The tiny plaque on the back of his head tells me that he is a G7 long-term medical care companion unit. His specific model was designed for infant and child entertainment and enrichment. His job is to watch over me during the day and report any changes to my health to my mother. I have to watch what I say around him, just in case. Of course, little brother. I'm ready when you are. Oh boy, this is gonna be a great day. Just like yesterday and just like tomorrow. Well, not exactly like tomorrow, right? I'm so sorry, Fourth. I don't understand what you just said. Please clarify your statement. Tomorrow's my birthday. I thought we were gonna have a party like we always do. Now I understand. Of course we're gonna do something special for your birthday. Exactly 17 years, 364 days, 6 hours, and 10 minutes ago, I got introduced to the best little sister in the whole wide universe. I'll never forget how small and loud you were. You're much larger and much quieter now. So proud of you. Thank you for the compliment. You're very welcome, my darling little fourth. You're finally odd. You're technically older than me, but we still call you little brother. Oh, fourth, you are so silly. Even if I am older than you, I will always be your fun and lovable little brother. We better get moving before Auntie starts to wonder what is taking us so long. Little brother zooms out of my room and down the hallway towards the kitchen. I try to mimic his enthusiasm and follow after him. The floors of the space station are always cold and bites at the soles of my feet as we walk. There are no windows in any other rooms. After a minute to explore them, flickering lights overhead turn everything a washed out shade of blue. Each hallway is an identical gray metal tube. Every room is the same little claustrophobic box. Nothing ever changes here. Nothing except me. In my mind, the lake is always moving. The crashing waves, the swaying trees, and the billowing clouds. It all breathes in a way that the station never could. For a moment, I start to close my eyes. My lake slowly comes into focus through the dark. For you listening, I just asked you a question. What? Oh, my heart rate picks up at a hint of panic crawls up my throat. During my little daydream, I completely missed what little brother had just said. I was just thinking about... Something the matter, my dear fourth? You're speaking in an unorthodox manner. Should I tell him about my dreams? I think I tell little brother might end up in my next report to mother. Maybe I should stay quiet about this. We'll save and see how that works out. Hey, brother, can I tell you about something? Sure thing, fourth. As long as it does not interfere with our morning schedule, you're allowed to ask me anything within reasonable parameters. Swallow my fear and take a deep breath. Last night I had a dream. The brother doesn't say anything. And I just haven't had any dreams in such a long time. I hope it wasn't the sound of anything worse. Oh, for this is totally normal. Your current medications can limit dreaming, but not suppress it completely. I see nothing unusual about this development. Oh, so that's a good thing, right? Not good or bad, just neutral. Okay. But you're logging your changes to your sleep schedule, so I can properly adjust my routines. Thank you for speaking with me, fourth. Yeah, thanks. Even if this response is a little cold, I feel a bit better after telling a little brother about my dream. Recently, it feels like I have to watch what I talk about just in case mother overhears us. So even a little bit of honesty like this is worth appreciating. We keep walking until we reach the door to the kitchen. Enjoy your breakfast, my darling baby sister. I'll be right outside the door if you need anything. Thank you, little brother. With that, little brother steps into his changing station next to the door and goes silent. The hallway suddenly feels very empty without little brother's cheerful beeping. I straighten out my dress and walk into the kitchen. As soon as I walk through the door, I am hit with the smell of cold, wet vegetables and fresh blood. I then have the time to properly prepare myself, and I have to resist gagging a little. Even though Auntie calls this room her kitchen, not a lot of cooking actually happens in here. The pots and pans hanging on the wall have never been used, and all the big industrial stovetops don't have any power. In fact, the only thing that works in here is the gigantic sink, only for drinking water. Auntie's food synchronizers do all the cooking, so this room has always felt like a little redundant to me. There are two doors in the kitchen. One leads back to the hallway I just came from. The other leads towards the atrium and Big Sister's side of the station. A large chute in the middle of the dining table slides open with a series of excited beeps. Auntie flies into the room. Huh. Okay. Welcome back, Fourth. I hope you had been a good girl and properly digested everything I served you yesterday. Yes, Auntie, I'm ready for another delicious meal with you. Oh, Fourth, you just know what to say to make this old robot feel brand new. I will take extra care to make sure this next meal is especially nutritious just for you. I mean, I was gonna make your breakfast nutritious either way. We can both pretend that this particular meal is a little more special than normal. No harm in that, right? Thank you, Auntie. I can't wait. While I might not be too thrilled about her cooking, I can't bring myself to hate Auntie. Her programming seems to be a little simpler than my other caretakers. It actually makes her feel just a bit more honest. My 62-6F food processor, she knows how to make food healthy, and that's about it. I sit down on one of the stools in front of the table. I adjust my dress so the back of my calves don't touch the cold metal legs. Alright, Fourth. Have a look at our menu and tell me what sounds particularly nutritious to you. Take your time. I mean, you only have 14 minutes and 11 seconds left until breakfast is over. That is not something I'm too concerned about. You've always been such a reliable eater. A small digital screen appears in front of Auntie's food synthesizer, giving me some rather unappetizing options. It doesn't really matter what I pick, I'll just have to eat one of the other options for my lunch later today. Ooh. Plain yogurt? I'll go with the plain yogurt. Absolutely, Fourth, coming right up. As the food synthesizer powers up, Auntie emits a cheerful little jingle. I can't help but smile and hum along to the familiar tune. With a loud, slurping sound, a pale white liquid emerges from her synthesizer, filled with floating chunks of something that doesn't exactly look like yogurt. I think she has some bits of tofu still stuck in her tubes from yesterday. Just like that, perfectly healthy meal is ready to go. Dig in for it, but do not forget to chew. Should yogurt be, chewy? I don't really know, but like we agreed, this one is special. Her other arm transforms into a fork and floats over for me to use. I try to maintain a smile as I take my first bite. Overall, it tastes rather sour, and the chunks of tofu are much colder than the yogurt around it, feeling more like squishy ice cubes in my mouth. It's very, wet. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you, Fourth. I always count on you to appreciate my cooking. I hurry and eat the rest of my breakfast in silence. When it's finally gone, Auntie's food synthesizer begins to clean itself. Little jets of soapy water shoot out and wipe down the plate. How was your breakfast, Fourth? Adequate. That's a totally acceptable reaction. Your breakfast should provide the exact amount of calories you need until lunchtime, and not a teaspoon more. You have fun digesting, and I'll see you in exactly 4 hours and 45 minutes. With that, Auntie falls down into her middle chute and disappears. Apparently, Auntie tends to some sort of greenhouse beneath the kitchen, but I've never seen it. All the food I eat is produced on the lower level. I always wanted to know what it looks like, but maybe it's like a tiny farm with all the vegetables growing in cute little rows. I've seen pictures of farms in my book. Auntie also grows a lot of meat for me, so she must have some sort of hatchery for all the fish she forces me to eat. I have a few minutes left until little brother comes to fetch me. After breakfast, he'll take me to the playroom for the next few hours. I wash the horrible taste out of my mouth by drinking directly from the sink faucet. All the water in the station is recycled, so it has a strange metallic taste that I've always hated. Fourth, dear, are you ready to go? Be right there, little brother. Take one last cup of water before I go. Time for little brother to escort me to our next activity. Okay, here we go, Fourth. Here we're placing the whole station. Well, I cannot wait to see what sort of safe and enjoyable activities you choose today. Can't share little brother's enthusiasm for the playroom anymore. Might have liked this room at some point in the past, but now I just feel like a little too big for all of this. The chairs here are built for a toddler, so I have to hug my knees to my chest to fit. The walls are padded and the tables are made of rubber with rounded corners. Large screens hang high up on the wall, displaying fun math and science facts, along with cartoony images of a station that play on loop. Yeah, I can't wait either. How do you agree? Would you like to play catch with me? Or have some quiet drawing time? About that. What's wrong, Fourth? Don't you think I'm too old for all these toys and stuff? I pick up one of the plastic cards little brother built and roll it around in my hand. Plastic is so soft that I can leave dents on the surface just by squeezing it. But I understand what you just said. These toys are perfectly suited for a human child between the ages of 4 and 17. But tomorrow I'll be 18, so maybe we could do something different. You bring up a very good point, Forth. Tomorrow you will indeed be 18 years old. I will have to draft a new activity suited for your age. For today, you are still within the acceptable age bracket, and we'll spend one last day enjoying ourselves. I can't wait. I can wait more day. The little brother might allow me to decide my own activities in the future. I'd be able to trick him into giving me more privileges. I can leave the playroom, or better yet, explore with without a chaperone. I might find something to help me escape. The best I can do right now is play along. I have a feeling that not a lot of scheming is going to get done this morning. I can play catch with a brother, maybe use the game as an excuse to go out into the hall. It'd be easy to turn playtime into a chance to exploration. Plus a chance to stretch my legs. Sounds pretty good right now. Or I can use my drawing time to plan ahead. Writing down things helps me remember them better, and I have some ideas I want to put on the paper. We'll save right there. Honestly, probably draw out the plans. Let's sit here and draw for a bit on my own. You got it. I'll print out the paper for you right away. The table in front of me makes a whirring noise, and a few sheets of paper appear from a small black slit on the side. I used to get normal paper, but I got a paper cut once. Little brother switched to soft canvas paper after that. It's yellow and a bit hard to draw on, but it's not like I have any other option. Little brother unlocks one of the cabinets and hands me a large box of wax crayons. It's real quiet drawing time. I'll be right outside the door if you need anything. The door closed behind him and I hear the heavy lock sliding back into place. I can't leave. At least I can have some time to myself. I grab a crayon and begin drawing a map of the station. I draw all the rooms I can remember in green and trace the hallways in blue. The rooms and hallways I don't have access to, I draw a red X. Pretty soon my entire map is covered in red marks. That's really my whole world. Just a handful of rooms and some long, empty hallways. The station is supposed to be huge. I think it's a home for thousands of potential patients. There has to be a door somewhere that leads to the rest of the station that I just haven't found yet. My head starts to buzz the longer I stare at the pathetic little map. I pull out the paper and stuff it into my dress. Big fluffy material in my dress is perfect for hiding anything. Once I go back to my room, the map should be safe and secure. I can check my map whenever I want, even if it just shows a bunch of dead ends. There isn't much else for me to do. I started doodling to pass the time. At first, all I can do is draw a picture of my own sad face. Once I get bored of that, I start making some sketches of little brother, auntie, and big sister. I make sure to label each one with today's date. I write a few notes about how I'm feeling on the back. It's important to write my thoughts down since my memory has gotten so bad recently. I drift back into my dream, and without realizing, I started drawing my leg. My boredom starts to shift as I lose myself in the details. Mix oranges and yellows to get the sun's reflection on the water just right. I fill the dark green trees with bits of white to add in a little pine needles and fill the sky with creamy reds and purples. A smile grows on my face as I hold the drawing out in front of me. This is the closest I'll ever get to the photograph of my lake. I flip the drawing over and add today's date. Right that last night I dreamed about my lake again. I'll be there for real one day. One day. Now the smile fades a little when I realize just how wishfully I am thinking right now. I pull up the drawing of my lake and hide it in my dress. It all feels warm against my skin. I take one last deep breath of the imaginary lake air. The stale smell of dust and old crayons brings me back to reality. With nothing left to do, I sit on the floor and hurl my crayons at the wall, one after another. When they hit the wall, they don't break, they just splatter and stick like a big wad of snot. I pick up my toys and hurl them as well. The blue truck splatters against the wall and two of its wheels go rolling in opposite directions. It doesn't matter how many toys I break, Little Brother just synthesizes new ones each morning. I think he uses the same recycled material that Auntie uses for some of her food. Once, when I was bored enough, I tried eating the crayons and they tasted remarkably like Auntie's pasta noodles. I sometimes steal a few crayons just in case I get hungry at night. So this is the last day I'll ever use these. I can put little baby chairs over and over until they snap in half. I can see that they made of the same synthesized material on the inside. Maybe this will motivate Little Brother to make a chair that actually fits me. This childish act of destruction makes me feel a little better, which is a nice change of pace. With the playroom in ruins, I wait by the door until it's time for lunch. Not the most productive morning, but it could have been worse. Lunch is thankfully uneventful. I end up eating the boiled sweet potatoes this time, but they are much greener than sweet potatoes are supposed to be. Auntie explains that she forgot to remove the leaves and roots when she processed sweet potatoes. It tastes like dirt, and I do my best to try and swallow without gagging. Auntie bids me farewell, and I wait by the second door for little brother to come pick me up. We walk down the hallway until we arrive at the glass door leading into the atrium. The atrium divides the port and the starboard section of the living quarters, and is where I start the second half of my day with Big Sister. At home, Big Sister. I'll see you at dinner time. Understood, little brother. With that, little brother steps into another charging station and the atrium doors unlock. Is this the map? Huh. Okay. I step into the atrium and take a moment to relax. The atrium is one of the nicer rooms in the station. Lamps overhead create artificial sunlight, and plastic plants are arranged to reassemble a field of grass. Speakers hidden inside styrofoam boulders play white noise that is supposed to sound like wind. If I try really hard, I can almost buy into the illusion. Mostly I just like how warm the atrium is compared to the rest of the station. The glass door on the other side of the room opens and Big Sister approaches with heavy, ponderous steps. Okay, we will be heading directly to the library. I will hear no complaints on the matter. Do you understand? Of course, Big Sister. Very good. We have much to do today. Forward march. Yes, ma'am. Sister has always been hard to read to my other caretakers. She never says more than she needs to, and she rarely diverts from her baseline programming. She's an OCP-7 security drone who takes her job very seriously. During the day, I often see her patrolling different sections of the ship, and at night I sometimes hear her walking around outside my door. I don't mind spending time with Big Sister, but I really feel fully comfortable around her. She doesn't try to cheer me up like Big Brother, and she doesn't joke around like Auntie. Most of the time, she's just quiet. Okay, Big Sister escorts me to the library and directs me to my desk in the center of the room. The computer is here to store thousands of digital books for me to read, and Big Sister tutors me about a different subject each day. Sister teaches me about grammar, science, mathematics, and galactic history. After each lesson, she prints out a stack of worksheets for me to complete. Today's assignment is a multiple choice quiz. You have until 6:006, I guess, to finish and submit it for grading. Any additional time left over can be used for required reading and review. Do you have any questions or concerns about this assignment? No, Big Sister, I believe I can handle it. Very good. I expect nothing less from you. And one more thing. Yes, Big Sister? I was hoping you and I could... You might notice that today's worksheet is a few pages longer than normal. If you're able to complete all of it today, there will be additional free time allocated tomorrow. You mean I'll get the in class early tomorrow? Or you ever letting the class in before it's supposed to? Well, it has been 8 months and 22 days since I got to spend any time off duty with you and little brother. That was a day we made a scavenger hunt for you in the atrium. I almost forgot about that day. My sister printed off fun facts and hid them all over the atrium. It wasn't that hard to find them all, but it was at least something different. I know little brother was submitting requests for new activities, and I want to do the same. Adding some variety to our schedule will be beneficial to your mental health. If you would like, I can arrange for Auntie to serve you birthday lunch as a picnic in the atrium. Does that sound nice? That actually sounds wonderful. I'll be very ready to celebrate my birthday. Are you sure Mother would approve? She doesn't like it when we leave our designated areas without... Contact Mother now. Request pending. She goes silent and I can hear a series of beeps as she sends a signal to Mother. You guys do that. We can do something else for my birthday. When it comes down to the library because of this, there's only one door and not a lot of places I could hide. What would you do to me if... She said no. I'm sorry, Big Sister. I would love to have a picnic with you. Mother said no. There's no point in continuing this conversation. We have wasted enough time with frivolities. Okay, I didn't know that was a word. You have work to do. She steps away and promptly plugs herself into a charger station before I could say anything else. What was that all about? For a minute there, Big Sister was acting nice. Can't remember the last time she showed me this much emotion. I have to bury my disappointment and focus on the task at hand. The sooner I finish this worksheet, the better, and who knows, there is a chance I could still get some time off tomorrow, even without the picnic. Luckily, today's worksheet isn't anything too complicated. It's just a dozen pages of astrophysics and 20 pages of dynamic molecular theory. There's a black crayon to fill in the bubbles next to the right answer. Things like numbers and figures have always come easy to me, even with my bad memory. Big Sister makes me study so thoroughly I can usually remember most of this stuff. Even if I get the smaller details of a lesson, the bigger picture still remains. I can almost see the numbers and the equations lining up all on their own. I finished the worksheet in only half an hour. Maybe Big Sister made this worksheet easier than normal as an early birthday present. I look over at her, but she hasn't moved from her charging station. She seemed really disappointed when Mother rejected her picnic idea. For a moment, I thought Big Sister actually missed spending time with me. I know she's a robot, but for a moment, I wanted to believe her concern was genuine. Either way, her little outburst of kindness had left me more confused than ever. I try to shake this feeling off and move on. I feed my worksheet into the slot and wait for the machine to process the results. A small screen appeared to show me how many questions I got correct. 100% correct, and I can't help but feel a little proud about this. Now that I'm all done, I'm free to use my computer until dinner time. I touch the screen and boot up the applications. Normally I would like playing the computer's memory games since they help me clear my head. Big Sister usually uses my scores from these games to help track my mental health. The better I do, the more privileges she lets me have after class. There's also a textbook ready for me to read. Big Sister approves my reading material ahead of time and downloads it onto my computer. Today it seems like she picked out a medical textbook on biological cell growth under specific atmospheric conditions. I'm pretty sure I read this one before and I'm already bored from reading the synopsis alone. Either option would be great exercise for my memory, and either it would offer a decent way to pass the time until dinner. I tap the screen and make a choice. Look at the memory games. I click on the memory game icon and the screen lights up with a grid of little squares. This one is easy. You just click on the little boxes to see what number they have on the other side. Then click on the matching. Already lost? Yeah, that was just bad luck. Today's already been a little more stressful. I'm sure there's nothing to be worried about. I try a few more times trying to match the numbers again and again, but I just keep losing. Was this game always so difficult? A little flustered, I X out the game and try a different game. This one proves to be a bit easier. There are 4 colors and it shows you a short sequence. They have to repeat back. Each time you get the sequence correct, it starts over and over, and adds 1 more color. When they get into a good rhythm, my nerves settle back down. The sequences get longer and longer, and I only have to start over once or twice. After a few more attempts, I get a really good streak going. 144 correct guesses in a row. Here it makes a congratulatory beep and opens up a list of previous high scores. A smile as today's score appears on the screen. At the very bottom, can't be right. I have absolutely no memory of winning all these other high scores, but every single one of them has my name written next to it. 301, 385, 2 times in a row where I scored 491. When did I get so bad at this game? I never really slipped this far already. For a brief moment, I was stupid enough to actually feel proud of myself. Hey, Big Sister. Sister hooks from her charging station and walks over to my desk. What is the problem, Fourth? Look at these high scores. You remember when I got them? Yes, I do. You got the high scores exactly 4 years, 1 month, and 17 days ago. You were very happy. We talked about it all night during dinner. Sister, can I ask you a serious question? As long as it is within my capacity to answer. How long did the other patients live after the memory started failing? You know, I do not have permission to share medical information with you directly. This is something that you would need to ask Mother about. But she never tells me anything. I should handle my mouth, ashamed of my sudden outburst. I doesn't like it when I complain to the other caretakers. This is clearly distressing you. It's because of your score today? Yeah, I worked so hard, I did my best. It wasn't anything compared to how good I used to be. I just feel so stupid. Fourth? Yes. Well, I'm about to show you cannot leave this room. The small series of beeps and my computer screen suddenly changes. This way now shows me a graph of all my high scores over the course of the last 18 years. For a score start, there's a small bump up followed by a drastic sharp decline until it reaches my score today at the very end. If this is supposed to make you feel better, I don't think. I'm not done. The second graph appears on the screen. This one is much smaller. Scores barely get past double digits before they suddenly plummet down to nearly 0. This is classified information. I had to use my birthday present privileges just to access it. I'm positive this means I cannot give you anything tomorrow. This graph was made from data taken from a patient who lived untreated at a remote mining colony 32 years ago. The patient had the exact same illness you do and was given the exact same test. Their mental state deteriorated at this rate over the course of 2 years and 11 months before they entered the final stage. Their rate of deterioration over 18 years is equivalent to what they went through in less than a month. You have to factor in the variables to properly see the difference between you and them. You contracted the disease from your parents before you were even born. You have lived your entire life with the top of the line medical care 24 hours a day. I know this might not bring you the peace of mind you want right now, but the chances of you living long enough for a cure to be found is 74.85%. Out of the millions of infected individuals across the galaxy, you are statistically the most likely to survive. Well, that's good. So if your high score is not what they used to be, you are still alive and you are lucky enough to live abroad, the most sophisticated medical research station ever built. Everything we work to keep you alive. Our only goal is your survival, so you have to put a little faith in us, alright? Thank you, that means a lot coming from you, big sister. It's crazy. Some days I feel trapped in my own body, almost like I can feel my insides starting to rot. I needed to know that one day I might be okay. You gave me the best birthday present I could ever hope for. But when I had to resist the urge to hug big sister, she spoke to me like I was a real person and not just a patient. Our time is up. We need to get ready for your dinner. You will not tell any of the other caretakers what we discussed today, will you? Of course not. Well, do not expect something like this to happen again. Mother does not want us discussing too many details about your illness. She wants to avoid causing you any unnecessary stress. Yeah, I understand. Very good. I expect nothing less from you. Boots on the ground, soldier. We're moving out. Okay. Yes, ma'am. The library door unlocks and we walk back to the kitchen in silence. I can't help but smile the entire way there. Dinner is my favorite time of the day. Not because of the food, but because it's the only time of day everyone gets to be together in the same room. When I sit down on my stool, I can feel my map crinkle suddenly inside my dress. I have to be careful not to drop it. Wilbur is sitting on the stool next to me. His feet are too short to reach the floor, so he swings them back and forth while humming to himself. My sister stands watched by the exit. Prior safety regulations dictate that the kitchen does not have locking doors, so it's her job to make sure I don't leave. She keeps trying to cross her arms, but she doesn't quite have the range of motion to do so properly. For dinner, Auntie synthesizes a large pile of meat that heats up her serving plate to cook it. I can't complain, since this is easily the best thing she can make. If it wasn't perhaps strictly she enforces the other food groups, I would eat meat for every meal. Mine doesn't season meat at all, but I read in a book that once the human tears contain salt. I used to make myself cry after my dinner just to make it taste better. But I stopped when Auntie got too worried about me. Once her plate has cooled down enough, I can begin eating. Take a few big bites and savor the food as best as I can. After a long day, this is exactly what I need. Here's another wonderful day. I cannot wait to see what new adventures tomorrow brings. Have you given any thought to what you want for your birthday tomorrow? You should ask little brother and auntie. They each have one birthday present privilege to use on your behalf. Hey, you want new activities for the playroom, correct? Came up with 108 new ideas that I have been submitting to Mother every hour on the hour. She has turned out all of them so far, but that just means I have to go try even harder. I could submit a request for some more botanical allowances. I've been researching the concept of spices, and I bet I could grow some pretty healthy new plants. My sister doesn't offer any suggestions at first, so I shoot her a glance to clear my throat. She notices my hand and chimes into the conversation. I remember how much you liked those fictional books we used to have in the library. I bet I could convince Mother to unban a few, especially with how good your test scores have been. These are all such wonderful ideas. What about your own present privilege? Do not forget that you're allowed one request for yourself. I almost forgotten about that. So many previous birthdays have already faded from my mind. Can't remember a single present privilege that Mother actually approved. I think I asked for a new hairbrush once. She allowed that. I don't know where that hairbrush went. Maybe she took it back the next time I misbehaved. I laid it down what I want for my birthday on my lake. I'm gonna go far away from here and leave all this pain behind. Fortunately, honesty is something that only makes Mother angrier. I have to give them more diplomatic answer this time. What about more options for my meals? Should have probably saved that option, but oh well. Close my eyes and clear my head. As much as I love my caretakers, I have to keep playing the part they expect from me. Maybe ask for permission to help Auntie in the kitchen. Look, I have access to individual ingredients that can make my food much more nutritious. You're fourth. This is the nicest thing you could have possibly said. I'm tickled, positively pink. I know I don't have access to the greenhouse, but if Auntie brought approved ingredients up to the kitchen first, maybe I could help her prepare them. Kitchens involve chopping utensils and heat. It might not be the safest place for your fourth. You can count on me to do all the dangerous stuff ahead of time. I could slice up the fruits and vegetables first and then let fourth to the kitchen. We'll have to do a lot of planning to get this to work. I will consult with Mother later tonight about this. Oh, pish posh. The kitchen's my territory. I get the final say in all things that are digestible. Get big sister and Auntie get into whatever passes for an argument between robots. I tune them out and try not to think about what I really wanted. The caretakers stayed totally silent while I finished my meal. Days schedule almost the same. Mornings with little brother, meals with Auntie, and afternoons with big sister. Things I do before bedtime, my nightly medical checkup. There's no winning what comes next, so I gotta eat my last bite. Dinner will end and I'll have to go see Mother. At one point I used to eat my dinner as quickly as possible. I just wanted to get it all over with, so I could spend the rest of my eating alone in my room. But after a while I started eating slower and slower. If this happens, this is fake. I want to exist in the moment for just a little while longer. I can pretend that me and my caretakers are a real family. Little brother will do something silly and I'll just roll my eyes. Auntie will say something weird to make me laugh, and big sister will fail to hide how much she really cares. Life like that would have been boring, but at least it would have been safe. I stare into the blinking electronic faces. Their screens all show happy little smiles, but their eyes are just as empty as every other piece of machinery aboard this station. And if I keep forgetting, I can go back to a time where I believed that they actually loved me. When I finish the dinner, they're going to take me away from this happy fantasy. Time to be a big girl fourth. We're going to have to face Mother sooner or later. The last bite, my caretakers all spring into action. Another word, Auntie disinfects the plate and vanishes into her chute. Little brother hops off the stool and darts past big sister out into the hallway. Fourth, it is time to go. Alongside, I try my best to ignore the angry buzzing growing behind my eyes. I'm ready to go see Mother now. Okay. I think little brother is trying to talk to me, but his words don't make it all the way to my ears. I stare down at the floor, rest my legs to keep me moving forward. Eventually, they lead me to the intersection in front of my bedroom. The floor is coated with so many layers of dry brown blood it nearly looks black. Other fluid splatter reach all the way up the walls, from little stalactites of yellow crust. Every other part of the station gets cleaned at night, but not this place. These other caretakers are too scared to do anything about the mess. Do a checkout fourth. Once you're all done, I'll escort you the rest of the way to your room. I will see you tomorrow afternoon, fourth. Good night. Okay. With that, I am left alone. As I wait, my body feels cold and my heart starts hammering against my ribcage. If I try to run, Mother will just hurt me even worse. Something is wrong with Mother. The caretakers will acknowledge it, no matter how many times I bring it up. I have no memory left of what she used to look like before she became what she is now. It's like something awful is growing inside of her, replacing what used to be my mother piece by piece. She might have been a robot long ago, but not anymore. Now she's just a monster. Hey, Mother, more than anything else in this awful station. If my life was just boring, I could live with that. But she makes everything so much worse. Nothing I can do now but wait for it to be all over. The ceiling above me, I can hear a horrible metallic scraping noise, accompanied by the tearing of wet flesh. It echoes through the empty corridors and makes my ears ring. Mother grew too large to use the hallways anymore, so now she travels through the vents in the upper levels, dropping down through access panels cut into the ceiling. Sometimes at night I can hear her slithering above me, screaming and laughing loud enough to rattle the walls of the station. The shutters on the access panel slide away to reveal a gaping black void directly above my head. I can't see her yet, but I know she is there in the darkness. Thick rivers of pus and blood start to pour down through the opening, slashing onto the floor around me. Her foul stench pierces my nostrils and I do my best not to gag. Learn the hard way not to let any trace of disgust show on my face. There she is, a beautiful little girl. I was so worried about you. I take a deep breath to try and calm the fear welling up inside me. Every muscle in my body telling me to run, but I don't listen. Hello, Mother. I know your time is precious, so I appreciate your presence this evening. Oh, is that the hell? I'm gonna time my face so y'all can see everything I'm seeing. Is that all you have to say to me? I was having such a wonderful day up until now. Does my wonderful little girl have it in her to give me a proper greeting? As the gigantic body coils around me, this hair begin to fall off in large wet chunks. Something that looks like an engorged liver lands with a splat right next to me, spraying my leg with flecks of yellow bile. I'm so happy to see you again. My good health is only possible thanks to your constant hard work. Thank you, Mother. I am forever in your debt. It's a start, if nothing else. You really need to work on your compliments, my dear Fourth. Am I not who you love most in the universe? You would have died long ago if not for me. I've saved your life countless times, and what sort of things do you show me? Did you have fun today? Breaking what your family worked so hard to make for you? What? Don't play stupid with me, little girl. Those toys little brother made for you. He was so heartbroken when he saw what you did to them. Did you really hate your little brother that much? That you spit in his face when he does nothing but love you? No, I love little brother with all my heart. I just thought he was going to... I don't want to hear excuses from you, because you can't appreciate what you already have. I'm denying little brother's birthday request. As a fair and loving parent, I think you shouldn't be allowed any new recreational materials until you can appreciate what you already have. I smashed my toy dozens of times. Mother had never once commented on that. She was using this as an excuse to ignore little brother's request. I have to call the anger growing inside of me, or I might say something that really sets Mother off. I am sorry, Mother. I didn't think through my actions. I will do better to stop and think before I act next time. That was rather foolish of me. Foolish. Such soft words for something so monumentally stupid. I want to hear you say it. Tell me what you are. I am a stupid little girl who should have known better. At least you're willing to admit it. I really have raised you well, haven't I? I noticed the big sister downloaded some information outside her clearance level. She accessed some pretty taboo data, didn't she? You wouldn't happen to know why Big Sister would do something so dangerously stupid, now would you? Our priest and woman unsure if to be honest or not. Big Sister might get in trouble if I don't speak up. But if I tell the truth... Your face told me everything I needed to know. She probably thought she could get away with it, didn't she? Thought she could outsmart me. I will have to make her punishment painful enough so she won't ever forget it. When you react for the best? No, she didn't. No. So you're saying that I'm wrong? Are you questioning my judgment? All I meant was Big Sister didn't do anything wrong. So whose fault is it? Look me in the eyes and tell me the truth. I was feeling sad. Big Sister only did to cheer me up. It was all my fault. When the kid Ard moved close to my face, until the sharp metal tip of the syringe is hovering in front of my eye. You speak up, child. You know I hate when you mumble. Whose fault is it? It's my fault. Entirely my fault. Good. This is what I like to hear. Didn't I teach you that honesty is a virtue? Yes, you did, Mother. Very good. It is time for your treatment. You know what to do. They went to steady my shaking hands and I unbuttoned the back of my dress. Mother slid into position behind me with her limbs opening up to allow a series of needles to poke through. Fresh blood gushes down from this opening, cooling mechanical arms in the shiny red paste. She says that my sickness causes a buildup of harmful fluids along my spine. If she doesn't drain them once a day, they can build up and cause nerve or even brain damage. So my rubber nose rubbed against my back to help line up needles with my spine. Take a deep breath in through my nose and brace myself for the pain. So many ugly scars. I wonder how you got them. It couldn't have been my fault. My instruments are far too precise. Oh, that's right. You used to squirm around when you were younger. You caused the needles to miss over and over. That's how it happened. I hear the mocking tone in her voice as she inserts the needles. White hot pain shoots through me and my legs threaten to buckle. I can feel tears welling up in my eyes, my teeth grind against each other, well enough for it to hurt my gums. The pumps turn on and cause a horrible sucking sensation, nearly causing me to pass out. I can see a vicious yellow liquid pass through the rubber tubes up into Mother's arms. As needles are removed, Mother sprays a cooling medical gel across my back. The pain subsides almost instantly and I can feel the gel bubbling as it seals up the injection sites. I should be grateful since Mother doesn't always use the gel afterwards. She doesn't want to waste it on the undeserving, as she puts it. Very good, you did a wonderful job. I remember how much you used to scream when I did this. You've come a long way. Yes, Mother, thank you for taking such good care of me. With the uncomfortable stiffness in my shoulders, I rebuttoned my dress. The gel might have numbed the pain, but my body is still very sore. All that's left is your medicine, then you'll be healthy and strong. A single syringe full of pale turquoise liquid emerges from Mother's arms, and I help guide it into place above my wrist. The needle plunges deep into my arm and injects me with my medicine. I can feel it entering my muscles where it begins to throb painfully. I feel a little nauseous that fight the urge to vomit. That's all for tonight. Your vitals are within acceptable ranges and you seem to have no major side effects manifesting. About your birthday tomorrow. Yes, Mother? It's such a strange human tradition, isn't it? Just because you're born on this day doesn't make it any different from any other day. How odd. I I assume you haven't changed your mind about what you want to waste your present privileges, have you? You were so vocal at dinner. Why don't you share what's on your mind with dear old mother? Something about her tone tells me she wants to hear a specific response. The anger inside me wants to speak up and tell her what I really think about this whole charade. But she has so many ways to hurt me. I put a hand on my aching shoulder. Last week she stabbed me there for speaking back and took a large section of skin when she removed the empty syringe. I can't risk making her any more upset than she already is, or how bad I want to tell her off. I'm not speaking up against that, honestly. This is just what I have to do to survive. If I stand up to mother, I'll get hurt again. That's just how it works. I close my eyes and shake my head, absolving mother from this conversation. I know she doesn't care. I don't need anything for my birthday. Look at little girl. Be content with what you have, but keep it all in your head. That's what I like to see. I'm tired now. I expect your behavior tomorrow to be far better than it was today. Consider yourself lucky I didn't press this matter any further. Come to think of it, this is my birthday gift to you. A loving mother's forgiveness. Good night, my lovely little fourth. Never doubt how much your mother loves you. I'll keep you safe. You just have to trust me. Without another word, she takes her leave. As she squeezes through the vents overhead, she sheds a few more sections of rotting flesh. A final wave of blood sloshes out from the vent right as it snaps shut, bubbling into my hair and drips down my face. I stand there too scared to move at first. Hello again, my darling fourth. I hope your checkup with mother was both productive and fulfilling. Yeah, I guess. That was insane. I'm gonna die in this place. Doesn't matter if my mother's hand or by the disease hollowing out my brain. I don't even have the energy to imagine an escape plan anymore. I can feel the weight of resignation slowly suffocating me as I walk back to my room. I don't know what to do next. There are just too many steps between me and freedom. No way off the station, no way out of the living quarters, no way past mother. No matter where I go or what I do, mother is always watching. She's bigger and faster than me, and if she finds out I'm trying to escape, there's no telling what she'll do. Even if everything went right, if I somehow manage to escape, what comes next? I escape just to die somewhere else? Really that contagious? If I find other people out there, will they just put me right back here? Will they try to kill me? What if my sickness kills them first? So those time little brother has me talking to... He's been talking to me. His words don't have any meaning. They just bounce off of me and vanish into thin air. I can feel myself getting angrier and angrier the more he keeps talking. I just want him to stop, to go and leave me alone for once. Before I can stop myself, all about anger comes out of my throat and finally takes form. Ooh. Well, that's, yeah. A chill runs across my skin the moment I realize what I just did. Never spoken to anyone with that much anger before. The words feel like poison coating my mouth. I'm so sorry for if I did not understand. Oh, I realize now what I did wrong. I'm making you unhappy instead of happy. My only purpose is to make you happy. I will leave now. I hope you feel better in the morning. I'm so sorry that I failed you. I don't have anything left supporting my legs. I fall to my knees. There's enough strength in me to stop the tears. I kneel there on the floor crying until lights begin to dim. It's bedtime now. I have to put this awful day behind me and get ready for the awful tomorrow in front of me. I have to go about my nightly routine in the dark now. Brush my teeth and do what I can to rinse mother's blood off my face and hair. I stand on the scale and let my machine take my vitals one more time. Once the scan is done, I stand by the corner of my bed, body heavy and my mind swirling with horrible thoughts. After today, I don't think I have it in me to pretend anymore. I see little brother again, I will try to apologize, but deep down I have this horrible feeling that I won't really mean it. It felt good to be that cruel, but all the ugliness I buried come bubbling back up to the surface. One thing off the frustration I have ever felt out on little brother. I feel like a monster. There's this darkness I can sense all my options slipping away. A hope I once possessed, just draining out until they're an empty shell in this place. I'm just a stupid little girl with a broken brain. A single word forms my mind, fueled by the very last shard of my soul. I take a deep breath and release what is left of me into the universe. Please. Hello? Someone else in the room with me. It's faint, static voice coming from somewhere underneath my bed. Hello? Wait a second, you can actually hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Who are you? Are you alone? Yes. Right then, walk over to where you hear me. Pick me up before the caretakers come back. I follow the voice lifting up my mattress to see where exactly it's coming from. Between my bed frame and the mattress, a small pile of junk I've been collecting over the years. It's mostly stuff I didn't want Mother or the other caretakers to take away from me. The hidden trove contained a large stack of drawings, some stolen crayons, a stack of ripped dress fabric, a spool of threads, some of my fingernails, a few baby teeth, a screw that came from one of the kitchen stools, and the broken tip of a syringe when I forgot to remove from my arm. Then I noticed one more object mixed in with the rest of the stolen treasures, something I don't recognize. A small piece of broken electronics about the size of my fist. It feels cold and heavy in my hand, and the torn bits of metal on the edges pressed into my skin. When did I find this? I tried to delve deeper into my memories, grasping anything that might. No smell comes fun back to me. Father? He used to have 5 caretakers, not 4. Little brother, auntie, big sister, mother, and father. Tiny screen in the center of the device comes back to life, bathing my dark room in an eerie red light. Is that what you called me? Yes, father, apparently. More certain now, this is what remains of father. He and Mother used to fight all the time, arguing over the best treatments for me. One day, Mother couldn't take anymore and she ate him. Is that what she did? It doesn't seem real. For the longest time, I thought it was just a nightmare. I can't remember why Mother attacked him, but I can remember her tearing into his body, spraying oil all over the walls with each bite. He somehow landed at my feet, and in the panic, I hid it in my dress, taking him back to my room. Maybe I was foolish enough to think I could repair him. I was a kid back then, I didn't know any better. On day 4, Mother started changing. I'm certain of it now. That was the day everything on the station changed. Mother started growing. The other caretakers started acting differently too, as if they were scared of what Mother might do to them. Scared that she might eat them as well. I would be too. I wish I could remember more about that day, but what caused the argument. What did Father say to make Mother that mad? As hard as I tried, the details continued to elude me. Call me Father. Describe to me what I look like. What you look like? Yes, I'm very weak right now. My memory is still booting back up. You're just a piece of scrap metal. Just some old electronics. Be more specific, can you identify any of my functional parts by name? Sorry, sir, I'll try to be more concise. I see a directional microphone, a pinhole speaker, a neo flash memory chip, a DSF amplifier, a quartz harpium radiation charge battery, and I think a Decron-7 accelerator, sir. I'll work a bit. I guess I'll have to make do with this for now. No one actually see my surroundings. Can you tell me who you are? You're around me? I'm 4th. How much of your memory did you lose? 4th? You're still there? It's possible. No one was supposed to have been able to stay alive this long. The caretakers, they've been treating my sickness all my life. Not sure what you mean, sir. Father did the same thing for a long time. Just when I begin to worry, he broke again. He finally starts talking. There's complicated things, and I realize you've been trapped here all alone. You must be very brave to survive as long as you have. I don't feel very brave, sir. Don't say that. Stronger people than you have run from far less. Mother, is she still broken? Yeah, she's still broken. She keeps growing and she keeps changing. It's very bad. At this rate, she can go critical any day now. You're in an enormous amount of danger. Yeah, I'm aware, sir. I want to get you out of here, Daryl. We'll get you out of there, 4th. What did you just say? I said I'm going to get you off of this station. There it is. I'm waiting for my entire life. A chance. For the first time since I started dreaming, my lake has finally gotten a little bit closer. Might still be possibly far away, but I won't let it get away this time. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. You're aboard the quarantine station 388-SR. It was built to combat one of the worst viral outbreaks the universe has ever seen. But it was built too little, too late, and the few who managed to get on board succumbed to their illness within a matter of months. People who built the station are all long dead. No one even knows the station is still operational. They all assumed it was lost or destroyed years ago. No one will come to your rescue. Now, see what you have to rescue yourself. What about my sickness? If I leave, won't I just infect other people? We could deal with that once you're safe. You'll just have to put a little faith in me until then. Okay, I'll try. I still work out the smaller details of our escape plan, but I have a rough idea on how we can make this work. Construction are complete in the lower levels of the station. Building regulations require a minimum amount of range. Escape pods to be available for workers in case of emergency. There are only 3 steps to this plan. 1, get you to the lower levels. 2, we cause an emergency big enough to activate the remaining escape pods. 3, we escape. It came in as simple. Even if there were all escape pods on the station, what if they've all been used already? What if one destroyed them all? What if... You need to calm down, Fourth. This is gonna work. We just need to be careful. Can you be careful for me? I think I can, sir. Have caretakers ever kept details hidden from you about your sickness? Yes, they won't even tell me the name of my disease. They keep saying it's all necessary detail to shut me down. You wouldn't know why they do that. Yes. It's because your sickness can greatly accelerate whenever you're stressed. It was a measure intended to keep you calm during treatment, but I have a feeling it had the opposite effect. I'll make you a promise right now. Once you get off the station, I'll tell you everything you want to know. Can you hold out just a little longer until then? Yes, sir. Good. You better get started. Okay, so I think you already know I'm not in the best shape right now. And if you fed in my hand, Mother almost ate every part of you. It goes without saying, I've already lost almost all of my core functionality. It's already taken me this long just to reboot into my current state. If I had to guess, I'd say I'm running at probably 5% of my normal capacity, maybe even less than that. So we can change that. First thing I need to do is plug myself into the station system. Then I can try to gain administrative control. With that, I could turn off the cameras, unlock the security door, and even reactivate the elevators to a lower level. That sounds great. How do we do that? Well, I can think of a few ways. Do you know where the living quarters admin station is? No, I'm sorry, sir. Damn, give me a second to pull up some blueprints. Okay. Sorry, the light is coming through my window. What does that word mean? No word. Blueprints. Not that one. Damn, isn't the structure to hold backwater? You don't know what swear words are? No, sir. Something you would say when you're really upset. To express frustration, pain, impatience. Never mind. I'll just put that on my list of things to teach you once we're free. That sounds fun. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Let's refocus, alright? Yeah, my station should be right next to the atrium on the port side of the living quarters. Can you reach that? Well, I could find my bedroom was unlocked. And with that, you could just plug me into the maintenance panel and I'll be able to open it. If you give me a few minutes, that is. Once the door is unlocked, you just need to carry me over to the station without any sort of caretakers noticing. I'll upload myself to the system and then we'll be cooking with gas. Cooking with what? This is the figure of speech. I want to try to picture myself leaving my room at night. Possibly sneaking out has never once crossed my mind. The doors have been locked every night for as long as I can remember. What happens when a character sees me? Well, the mother sees me. Thinking about that, I can feel my body start to tremble. I don't know if I can do this. So there are a few ways you could gain administrative access. What are the other ways? Well, you can always plug me into the maintenance panel by your door. Just, I guess, let me try remotely back in. That would take a hell of a lot longer if we wouldn't have admin access until tomorrow morning. No? Just another swear word, don't worry about it. If you can afford the time, then you don't have to take the risk. I prefer to have admin access tonight. That way I'll have time to really dive into the system to plan our escape route. On the other hand, the escape plan won't matter if you get caught. I'll trust whatever decision you make. You will? Of course, what else can I do? Grow legs and just walk away? You have all the power right now for it. I do, don't I? Shouldn't hear a caretaker speak to me like this. To actually trust me. I can feel a genuine smile growing on my face for the first time in a long time. Father? Yes, Fourth, what is it? Thank you, not just for helping me, but for treating me like a person. But you are a person. Yeah, I almost forgotten. Okay, then we should get moving. What do you think we should do? Use remote access? Because Mother is... she's scary. Yep. That's smart, we'll play it safe tonight. All you have to do for me is to plug me into the door's maintenance panel and I can handle it from there. Okay, I can do that at least. I'll talk to you through the process every step of the way. I'll be there to help you. Thank you, Father. First up, do you see the door leading out of your room? Yeah, it's locked like it is every night. Only my caretakers can open it. So there should be a black line of rubber along the outside in between two silver braces. Look to your left and follow the black line up until you see a seam in the middle. I follow his instructions just like he said. There's a small seam cut into the metal frame a little above my eye level. Use your thumb and push it on only for 5 seconds, then pull your hand away. I was here for a moment worried that this might set off some sort of alarm. I steal my resolve and push against the metal seam for 5 seconds. So I hit the air and the rectangular panel opens up on the wall next to the door. Did it open? It worked. I could see a bunch of wires and electronics inside. Very good. Now plug my DSF amplifier into the outlet that looks like a triangle. I finally unplug what is left of Father in. The moment his screen goes dark, but just as quickly he turns back on and emits a sort of sequence of beeps. Alright, it's gonna be easier than I thought. That's a good thing, right? Very good thing. The onboard security system have completely scrambled. Some systems have military-grade encryption. Bars are left wide open. What happened to this place? Probably for Mother. She's been having control over the station ever since, died. Makes a lot of sense. Try to prioritize the system based on how likely they are to be attacked. A lot of stuff in here hasn't been used in a long time. Servers never need to update the security. I can control over level 1 doors, lights, and motion sensors. There's way more than I thought I would be able to access. Let's not press our luck any further tonight. See if we get everything you need from here. Yes, I thought it was gonna take a few hours instead of a few minutes. With how weak my battery is right now, I'll probably have to shut off some of the other functions just to get it done. Shut off, what's gonna happen to you? Just got Father back. I can't stand losing him again so soon. Nothing major. I won't be able to communicate with you until I'm finished. Microphone and speaker both eat up a good deal of power to keep active. That's fine, then I guess. Because I was really hoping I could talk to you more. It's been a long time since I've had anyone to really talk to. I talk all the time with We're an auntie, but that's not really the same as talking to you. We still talk for a while. I'll just start hacking right away. If you want someone to listen to, I can be here for you. Really mean that, sir? Of course, I have no idea what happened to the station since I died. The more you tell me about what's going on, the better I can help you going forward. I like that idea. Hey, we only one question I want to answer about beside me, but I know Father's time is limited. Small icicle of fear stabs my heart. My entire life I've been treated like a child, kept in the dark about nearly every aspect of my life. I can't help but shake the feeling that ignorance might have been my best interest. But the more stress I am under, the worse my disease becomes. What if I learn something horrible I can't handle? Swallow my uncertainty and take a long, painful breath. Never be off the stitch if I let my fear control me like this. I have to know everything if I want to survive. Okay, I'll ask my first question. I thought this may be a good stopping point, but we'll ask all these questions first, and then we'll I guess we'll call it. Add to my memory. Sickness affects our memory, doesn't it? You're lost the most severe symptom. It gets worse as the disease progresses. Is there any way to reverse it? Can I get my memories back if I'm cured? Yes and no. Can you please clarify what you mean by that, sir? You're the only patient in the galaxy who can track this disease. There's a lot of bio research into this, and there have been some cases where patients regain their lost memories. It's not very common, it only happens in the early stages. Seeing data of other cases, while it's not easy to obtain, there are some medicines out there that can slow the side effects long enough for a person to live a normal life. How bad is memory loss can you put in terms of weeks, months, or years? Only if I remember things that happened this last year, even within that time frame there are still gaps. The further back I go, the harder it is to remember. Bits and pieces from the past come back to me sometime, but they don't last very long. What stage would that be, sir? Don't know if I should tell you. Because it would cause a lot of unnecessary stress. Yeah. It means I'm near the final stage, doesn't it? If you had good news, you would have just told me. That's not surprising. Mother only has access to research and chemicals inside her closed environment. You much better chance of survival if he can get you away from her. This makes you feel a little bit better. Every night it just feels like more and more of who I am is wiped away. I get up all the poor memories, but each time I do, it feels like more and more keep slipping away through my fingers. Sometimes I wonder who I could have been if I'd never gotten sick. And the version of me be happier? But she'd be disappointed to see who I am now. Being like that would drive you crazy. There isn't any way to change the past, but you can focus on what comes next. If you can't rely on no memories, then plan for all the new ones you can make in the future. That's the advice I can give you right now. Her words almost make me smile, but it feels oddly weak. Muscles refuse to move and a strange chill goes through my body. I almost see another person standing in the room with me. A version of me that's forgotten everything. Does it have a name? She just exists in a mindless haze. Will she stop living? Transforming a husk? Would it help even the ability to think? Or would she go about her daily routine, mindlessly obeying whatever the caretakers tell her to do? Picture what eyes would look like a mirror that reflects nothing back. Would she still dream? Unaware of what those images mean? Sure, there's all of that future, where the beauty of my lake inspires nothing in me but cold indifference. There isn't tearing as fast as you're assuming it is. You don't have to worry about the worst case scenario for a long time, I can promise you that. I tell Potter is softening the truth. I know I'm not going to get any better, and not in the way he seems to be implying. Once I want to believe him, he saw robots with the other caretakers. There are always limits hard-coded into his behavior, and no amount of begging will ever change that. I'll trust you on this, sir. Good. Might not be able to ask me any more questions. Yeah. Never mind. Ask one more question. Why did Mother kill you? I don't remember a lot about that day. How was that possible? So you don't have any memory of what happened? Wait, so you have to remember something. The two of you just didn't decide to kill each other out of nowhere. Something else had to lead up to it. Can you tell me what you remember from that day? Looking up from... No, wait. Share myself as far as I can go back in time. What happened to that on that day? It's like the images shattered in my mind, tossed around in tiny little pieces, each contain a different moment in time. With my all day, she'd be very nice to me. I don't know why, but she kept hugging me and playing with my hair. You walked to the room. You were tall back then, taller than any other caretakers. Told me to leave the room. Another wouldn't let go of my arm. Two of you started talking about something, but I can't remember the exact words. I was angry, but you were calm. You sounded very polite and a little impressed. You kept complimenting her. She started singing a song. A purple song that sounded like a scream. Anything else? She just started. Just growing tired, like something grabbing onto my ribcage and squeezing tight. Trauma, goddamn. Everything is ragging and cold sweat drips down my nose, one beat at a time. My finger joints feel like they're broken and my left arm feels like it's on fire. What was that? We live in a traumatic memory. Sometimes when we survive through a horrible event, we experience those feelings like it's all happening again. I hear that. Everyone feel that way again. Sorry you went through that, Fourth, but not something that should have happened. You still don't remember it? No, not in the specific detail. You're lying to me, Father. Why would I be lying? Maybe whatever you told Mother was so terrible you deserved. Hello? And you're afraid if I knew what you said that I would want to die. You to die too. What you're talking about doesn't sound like you. Something's taking over, like the disease, maybe. Who came over me? Some understandable trauma get twisted first enough, make them into someone different. Forgetting what happened might be a blessing and let you choose who you want to be. For a second, I can't help but hear his voice as a diversion. Was that voice right? Is this all Father's fault in some way? Does he want me to just forget all about that day? He has to be telling the truth, right? If he has no idea what he said that day, and just like me, he can live on this as someone who didn't make that mistake. Sorry this upset you so much and to push you so hard to remember. I dig deeper into the station security, then maybe I'll uncover back up with those memories. You won't, sir. Why do you say that? Huh? So he wouldn't have a save of it. Unfortunate. It's very impressive, you know that. Let's remain optimistic. Perhaps the answer lies in whatever memories are still intact. Yeah, Mother's not gonna say anything. Maybe just be honest with me. Maybe I can handle the truth. Maybe I can't, but at least I wish that he let me have a choice. Or actually, the memory is unsettling me in a way I've never felt before. It's like I left my body for a moment, watching someone else control it for me. So that's the sort of reaction my caretakers are trying to protect me from. Is that what unnecessary details can do to my mind? I chew my fingernails as I try to wipe those horrible new feelings from my mind. We're alright, Fourth? He can lie to me, then maybe I should start lying too. Yeah, I'm fine. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll forget about all about this competition soon. I don't want the other Fourth to ever open her stupid mouth again. For the first day of security, from here on out, I'll need the rest of my power devoted to my work. You can leave me here overnight. Just be sure to unplug me before any of the caretakers come to collect you in the morning. What about your battery? Is there a way to recharge you? I'll naturally recharge while I'm inactive. You don't have to worry about me powering down entirely. So you take breaks every now and then. Okay, I guess I'll go to bed then. I'll see you in the morning, sir. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Thank you for talking with me. I hadn't realized how much of your life I had missed. Father? Yes, Fourth? We booted up after you didn't know I was still alive. Why'd you boot back up? Guess you could say I've been lost for a long time. Not just physically, but I forget it. I booted up because I wanted to. It's either that or stay lost in the system. I don't know what I was planning to take back control of the station, but what good would that do? Wouldn't be able to do anything at all if you hadn't found me. So for everything, I'm glad I found you. Nice seeing Happy Fourth. We're trying to touch the screen gently with one finger. I don't know why I do it. He doesn't have any nerve sensors and he can't see me doing it. Yeah, this is my way of giving him a hug, so him know I appreciate everything he's done for me. Good night, Father. Good night, Fourth. I'll see you in the morning. That Father's screen goes dark. I relax a little when I first hear a faint humming coming from him. Let me know he hasn't fully powered down. Alright. Doing another save. Hit that main menu. Just like let y'all know, this is called Mother's Favorite. It is the demo 2.0 version right now. If you want to play this game for yourself and see hopefully more stuff about Mother and why she's so crazy and about this disease, and yeah, but this game is awesome. It's very in-depth, immersive, complex. I haven't played a game like this before, and the Mother character is actually scary as hell. I was not expecting that, so I do highly recommend playing this game because it is actually a good time. But with that being said, I'm gonna end it here. So if you want to play this game for yourself, like I always say, everything will be in the description below if you want to check it out. Not, that's totally fine. With that being said, I'm gonna end it here. So hopefully I had a good day, a good yesterday, and better tomorrow. And I will catch y'all in the next video.